I watched your video asking that I resign. I also received and responded to your previous request. I assumed that would resolve the issue, but now Miss Cobell says you threatened to cut off your fingers? I understand that you're unhappy with the life that you've been given. But you know what? Eventually we all have to accept reality. So, here it is. I am a person. You are not. I make the decisions. You do not. And if you ever do anything to my fingers, know that I will keep you alive long enough to horribly regret that. Your resignation request is denied. Turn it off.
In the TV show Severance, employees undergo a controversial procedure that splits their consciousness into two: a workplace identity and a personal identity. But how realistic is this premise? Could Severance be more science fact than science fiction? Let's dive into the neuroscience behind the series and some of its parallels in real-world medicine. Now, in Severance, the severance procedure is accomplished by surgically implanting a microchip directly into people's brains. This chip supposedly blocks access to personal memories while at work, and vice versa. What's left is a fragmented identity, two separate versions of the same person. Now, this concept raises fascinating questions about memory storage, brain compartmentalization, and personal agency. Now, historically, lobotomies were the first attempts at altering behavior through brain surgery. Popularized by Egas Moniz in the 1930s, this procedure severed connections in the brain's frontal lobes to treat psychiatric conditions. While initially celebrated, the consequences of this procedure were severe: cognitive impairment, loss of personality, and even death in some cases. In many ways, Severance recalls the invasive nature and ethical concerns of this historical practice. Now, today's neural implants are far more advanced. Deep brain stimulation, for example, involves implanting tiny electrodes into the brain to regulate abnormal brain signals. This is used to treat Parkinson's disease, epilepsy, and depression. Deep brain stimulation restores balance to neural activity, rather than creating a split consciousness. Now, unlike the fictional Severance implant, deep brain stimulation doesn't alter anyone's identity. Instead, it fine-tunes existing brain functions. Brain-computer interfaces, or BCIs, are perhaps the closest real-world comparison to Severance. These devices translate neural signals into commands for external devices. Companies like Elon Musk's Neuralink are currently pushing the boundaries of this technology, promising implants that could enhance memory or even one day allow us to upload thoughts. Now, the potential for abuse, of course, or misuse is significant. Things such as privacy violations make BCIs a double-edged sword, to say the least. Now, Severance takes all these concerns to an extreme, presenting a world where corporate control extends directly into people's minds. Ethical issues surrounding neural implants include privacy invasion, the possibility of hacking, and exploitation of vulnerable individuals. The show's portrayal may be fictional, but the cautionary tale is clear. Technological progress must align with ethical safeguards. Now, one real-world parallel to the TV show is the phenomenon of split brain patients. These are individuals who've undergone corpus callostomy, a surgery that's used to treat epilepsy in severe cases. These patients sometimes exhibit dual consciousness, where each hemisphere of the brain functions independently. While this isn't identical to the TV show Severance, it shows how physical changes in the brain can impact identity and perception. Now, Severance may feel like pure science fiction, but the neuroscience it explores is grounded in some reality. From lobotomies to advanced BCIs, the idea of altering brain function has captivated humanities scientists for decades. As technology advances, we must consider the ethical implications of all this power. Could Severance or something like it, one day become real? Only time can tell. Thanks for watching, everyone. And as always, stay dynamic. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.